Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. This is a story about a boy and his willy. Let me try it again. This is a story about a boy and his relationship with his little whale. No. This is a story about a boy who likes to hold on to his big fish. Okay, this isn't what you think. It has Michael Jackson in it. Okay, just roll it. Yeah, you remember this little classic, don't you? Two misunderstood souls share a special bond that neither one can explain, but neither one would give up for the world. Never heard that before, except for a boy and his raccoon, a boy and his dog, a boy and his hawk, and a boy and his multiple alien knockoffs. So this story was really nothing new at the time, yet it still turned out to be a big hit. Why? Well, let's look at this whale of a fail to find out. So it starts off with the action of whales jumping. Actually, I should say it tediously stretches out the action of whales jumping for 2.5 minutes. But then we come across our enemy. Man. They capture one of the whales in their nets and take him away as our opening credit is shown. Wow, what first-year Photoshop student put that title together? So we come across our boy-girl thing as we see him and his friends make a living by conning people out of money and stealing their daily food. Don't judge me! So the boy is named Jesse, and he lives in that special time in movies where runaways are cool, can survive on their own, and somehow have relatively clean hair despite the fact that they have nowhere to stay. Go, go, go! So while running away from the cops, they hide in the back room of an aquarium, where they spray paint the walls because that's what tough, blonde, curly-haired white boys do.
What is that?
Yeah, I saw this in a book somewhere. I think it's called marketable. So almost instantly a connection is made between the boy and the whale. But Jesse is caught by the cops and brought down to the station.
Aw, did you miss me, Dwight?
Don't play. Don't come in here being a bonehead. We were lucky this time. I kept you a little behind out of court.
Oh hey, a supported black person looking out for a lost white person. God, I haven't seen that in a movie since every movie ever made, I think.
You hear from my mom?
You still want me to hear from your mom?
I just want to know if she's okay.
Nobody's heard from your mom in 6 years, Jesse.
Your father, on the other hand, wrote you another letter from prison. He says... Tell you when you're older. So the kid is given a foster home with a perfectly nice couple, which of course, he hates.
In fact, that's how I know Dwight. I did a story on Cooperton.
Dwight's a jerk.
So what exactly are you into, Jesse?
I'm not into talking while I'm eating.
Well, you want to know what I'm into? Child abuse. Lots of it. You want to see a sample of that, you little shit?
Here's your room, Jesse.
You've got the best view in the house. It's great to have you here, Jesse. Night.
So as you can tell, this little boy is about as cliched as a movie runaway can get. The only thing missing is him playing a harmonica right on cue! So it turns out, as part of his probation, he has to go clean the graffiti that he left on the whale's tank. Here, he befriends a guy named Mr. Johnson, who can't seem to train Willie no matter how hard him and his staff try.
Willie gets into moods. You gotta give him his space, you know what I mean? Don't bother him, he won't bother you, you understand?
Sure.
I hope you make no connection to that animal whatsoever. I don't want to see any of that kindred spirit stuff. He also sees one of the other trainers, played by Lori Petty.
You're that graffiti kid, aren't you?
I guess.
You really messed up our observation area.
Yeah, well, you messed up Tank Girl. We also see the park's owner, who's played by the villain from the next Karate Kid. And wouldn't you know it, he's playing the villain here too. I think it's because his eyebrows are permanently cemented to douche mode.
It will cost at least $100,000 to expand that psychotic malcontent's playpen. Huh? Oh God, I hate that whale.
Yet I love Gilmore Girls. Weird, huh? So, as you would guess, the boy playing his harmonica and Willie start to make a connection. They're both unsatisfied animals who have everything they need and yet constantly want to escape. What's not to connect with? He even sneaks into the park to play his harmonica at night because... Didn't you do that when you were a kid? So after his thorough search, it turns out that Jesse almost drowns. But of course, Willie, the whale who couldn't love, saves the boy's life. I assume it's because he likes his food dry, but maybe he loves him as well.
You saved my life.
But still, why did he save the boy's life?
Ever look into Willie's eyes? Those eyes discovered the stars long before man was even a whisper on Mother Earth. Look into a man's soul if they want. You won't look at Ray or me. Maybe he sees you.
Or maybe that's bullshit. I don't know.
We could use him for the rest of the summer if that's all right with you. Make a job of it. Pay him a little something too.
It's the least I could offer after he broke into my theme park, vandalized my walls, and disturbed my whale. So Jesse is now working there as a professional boy, as he notices Willie's disturbance is deeper than he thought. God, it sounds like Curly having a hernia. So it turns out the owners of the park aren't treating him very well. But that's because they don't have the misunderstood heart of gold that Jesse has.
You're like rubbery. Still a beautiful animal, though.
Yeah, real streetwise kid, like I said. Hey, I ain't playing, man. This is the real deal. Hey, you don't like it? Shove it out your pie hole. You're such a beautiful animal. So the kid starts training the whale without even knowing it, as Mr. Johnson and the other trainer think that maybe he should be the one to train him for a show. So she trains the kid to train the whale, as their bond gets even closer and closer. But something still seems to be missing from Willie's life. God, it sounds like Snarf from Thundercats getting neutered. But it turns out something is missing from Jesse's life too, as he discusses it with his foster father.
That's a picture of me and my mother. She died about 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, my mom's coming to get me one of these days. You don't believe me, do you? I don't care what those people said. Those people don't know anything.
So their little argument gets his foster parents in another little argument, which finally reminds Jesse to open up his welcome home gift.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
I don't like it. We don't owe anybody anything.
So after seeing the trouble he's caused, he realizes that maybe he can be kind. Maybe he can understand. Maybe he can be a little douche and throw a baseball through a window. Ugh, should have gotten a puppy.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I heard you guys fighting. It scared me.
Yeah, I can totally relate. A spider! So the bad guy drops by to see the trainer's progress.
Thank him. Thank him. Good boy.
Jesus, I swear this guy is a robot. Disengage impress mode, engage smug indifference.
So you can do all that again. What you and Ray want cost a lot of money, I have to be sure.
Dogs pee on brick walls?
Let me check my douchebag files for that.
The Willie Show. It'll make money. And that, my friend, is what we are all about.
Yes, in case you didn't get the subtlety that he was the villain before, he just flat out says all we care about is the money. Why don't you just film the ending of Titanic with a sad face and a broken heart while you're at it? So everything is set for the Willie Show, but Willie gets spooked because people downstairs are, gasp, tapping on the glass. So let me get this straight. These killer whales that eat seals, dolphins, and even other whales can't take simple tapping on glass? I guess all seals need to scare them away are miniature windshields and a spoon. That'll keep them away for good.
Please, Willie, please. Don't do it.
God, it sounds like Jar Jar Binks in a blender. So Willie gets so mad at the constant clapping that he actually rams the glass, which actually results in one of my favorite scenes from one of the henchmen. No one can eat popcorn so devilishly. Seriously, you can put that in like any heartwarming scene and it would just suck the love right out of it.
I will never doubt again.
There will never be a need.
believes it. I want to see what we come up with. So Jesse gets bummed out that Willie bailed out, so the supportive black guy comes in to try and talk some sense into him.
Sick of this place. Going to find my mom.
The state can't find your mom. The federal government can't find your mom either. When are you going to get it? Hey, your mom isn't coming back. Turned around and drove away. Didn't look around, didn't slow down, didn't even look in the rearview mirror.
If this is the motivational speech, I suggest a rewrite. So Jesse packs up his things and decides to run away again. Where's he going, you might ask?
Going to California.
California.
Shut up! Ugh, it sounds like William Hung sucking on helium! Shut up! So what is it Willie's been crying about all this time?
It's your family.
Wow, none of those marine biologists just noticed a bunch of killer whales happened to be waiting outside the park? Real observant. But it turns out Robodouche and his henchmen tried to destroy the tank so they can collect the insurance money that Willie is worth.
You're worth more dead than alive.
So what are our heroes going to do?
Let's free Willie.
I never liked this job anyway.
Yeah, it's not like calling the police or animal control will play any part here. Nope, it's up to a Native American, a small boy, and Tank Girl. That makes logical sense.
How are we gonna pull him?
Oh, no, wait, I'll tell you what makes even more sense. Stealing your foster parents' truck when you find out later that they willingly would have helped you in the first place. Use your brains, you little— Oh, who cares? It's a whale of a chase as we see our villain, dressed as Hugh Hefner here, chases our heroes to the water. Fuck adoption. Fuck adoption. But the bad guys have sealed off their only way out, laying their net so that Willie can get caught.
Hurry, Willie, hurry! Don't forget me, okay? I won't forget you.
So it looks like this is goodbye. That famous scene that's shown on all the posters, every trailer, and even on the front of the DVD? Yeah, it looks like that's not going to happen.
That whale's not going anywhere. Water's 20 feet deep, those nets will touch bottom, close it in.
I believe this calls for a victory snort. Care to join me?
Now, come on, Willie, I know you can do it, boy!
Okay, so we all know this scene and we all know the jokes made about it. The whale only makes it halfway. The whale crushes the boy. The whale eats the boy while jumping over. We've seen all the satires. But here's my question that nobody's ever brought up. If Willie can jump over several feet of solid rock, why couldn't he just jump over the nets? They're underwater. All he has to do is jump half a centimeter and he's free. There was no point in jumping over those fucking rocks. It was totally dumb.
God, I hate that whale.
Oh well, at least I still got my white shark insurance at SeaWorld. So the kid reunites with his foster parents and Willie reunites with his family as well. There it is, Free Willy. What's my take? Well, I can't say it's a terrible movie, but it's not really that good. There's very few surprises in it because we've seen this story 100 times. We just haven't seen it with a whale yet. But aside from that, it hits every note that we've seen in every other movie about a kid and his pet. There's really nothing different to it. So, why was this movie such a big hit? Because Michael Jackson did the song for it. That's right, that's the only reason I think this movie made money. He was still like one of the biggest things in the world at the time, so if he said, hee hee, watch this whale, people are gonna watch that fucking whale. But like I said, it's not a terrible movie. I mean, it's not as bad as something like A Troll in Central Park. No, I know this works. Yeah, if I say the entire title, that means that I had to review it next week. Yeah, I know this joke. Yeah, I'm not doing it. There is no way that you're gonna get me to say A Troll in Central Park. Fuck!